Welcome to the guided Paws tour hosted by the College of Education for UStart2021. If you have not had a chance to review the New to Education webpage, please do so beforehand. I also highly recommend checking out the course and program catalog, which can be accessed at programs.usask.ca. To get ready to follow along with the tour, please remember to have your NSID and password. Welcome to the guided Paws tour by the College of Education for UStart2021. Please remember to have your NSID or NSID and password ready so you can log into Paws and follow along. I recommend using a computer, laptop, or tablet when it comes to registration time. The registration system is not yet quite mobile friendly. If you're using a PC, I recommend Chrome or Firefox. And if you're using a Mac, I recommend Chrome or Safari. You can access Paws by typing paws.usask.ca into the browser and then log in with your NSID and password. Once logged in, you should end up at the Paws homepage. This homepage has channels on the left-hand side, it has announcements in the middle as well as a search bar, and then on the right-hand side it should show your name and a calendar of university-related dates. There's a wealth of information. I recommend surfing Paws when you get a chance. One way to search Paws is to use the search bar. Type in registration and click enter. This will bring you to the registration page, which we'll be working in today. Search results, select registration. Once there, it will give you an option to add to your favorites, which I recommend. The registration page, there's a class instruction update. We will be having 3 different class delivery methods being offered in the fall term. We will have in-person classes, we will have remote classes, which are online but at specific dates and times, and we'll have web-based classes, which are online with no specific dates or times. On the registration page, there's a number of different helpful links and forms. If you need help registering for classes, click on Need Help Registering for Classes. If you need to request a class permit override, click on that and it will open the online form. If you have questions about class overrides, please reach out to us. If you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see another way to access the course and program catalog, as well as DegreeWorks. DegreeWorks is like an online version of your program plan, which we'll explore a little bit later. Lastly is the confirmation of enrollment letter, which can be used for proof of registration. Click on the green Register for Classes button and a new tab will open up. You should see 5 options to choose from. First, we're going to find out our registration date by clicking on View Your Status. Every time we select one of these 5 options, we also have to choose the term we're working in. So for right now, we're working in the 2021 fall term. Choose that from the drop-down menu and click Continue. View Your Status will show your time ticket. Your time ticket is the date and time you're eligible to register, which should be a date in June coming up. You should also see 3 check marks for your student status, academic status, and no holds. If you have holds on your account, please address this issue as soon as possible so that you can register on time or as close to as possible. You'll also see your year listed at the bottom and your curricula information on the right-hand side. Now that you know when to register, you need to pick your classes. There are a few ways to do this, but first, to get back to our 5 options, click the registration at the top of the page. Plan Ahead is one of those options. It's a tool that can be used to plan both your fall and winter schedules. You can make 3 different plans per term. I recommend having backup classes ready in case something you're interested in is full by the time you register. Please note that in Plan Ahead, you need to pick specific class sections, not courses. And you also need to pay close attention to the attributes because you have to error check the classes yourself. We'll talk about this right away. Again, to get back to the 5 main options, choose registration. From here, we're going to use Browse Classes to plan your schedule. Choose the 2021 fall term and click Continue. When browsing for classes, you need to enter at least one search criteria. For example, Indig in the subject field, which is the subject code for Indigenous Studies. If you know the specific number of the course you're looking for, you can type that in as well. In this example, 107 is the Introductory Level Indigenous Studies class. Unless you are looking for specific off-campus locations, such as Prince Albert, I highly recommend leaving the campus field blank. Click Search and the results should show all of the Indigenous Studies 107 offerings for the 2021 fall term. The search results are listed in columns and rows. If you can't see the information, hover over the box or expand and contract the columns at the top of the results page. The first column includes the title of the class and is clickable. If you click it, a new window will pop up showing you lots of information, including the course description, registration restrictions, and instructor and meeting times. If the meeting days and times are listed, this means the class is either in person or remote. Blacked out days denote the days the classes run. If the days are blank, this will be a web-based class. Close the box and look at the other info. The CRN is unique for each class. It's a 5-digit code that you can use to register easily. You should also see the instructor and schedule as you move to the right. Pay close attention to the far right attributes column, as this is how you error check. In the attributes, if there's SUNTEP, ITEP, or other off-campus college locations such as Northlands College listed, you won't be able to register unless you are in that specific program or college. If there is UG on-campus transit UPass, the class is in person. If there is class taught remotely, the class is online, but with those specific meeting days and times. If it says classes offered online only, it is a web-based class with no specific meeting days or times. When it's time to register, you will be using the Register for Classes option, which is one of the main 5 options. First, select the term that you want, 2021 fall term, and register for classes. Later, you'll register for the 2022 winter term classes. In Register for Classes, there are many ways to register. One way is to use the Find Classes tab, which is similar to Browse Classes, but the main difference is that there's now an Add button beside each class. Registration is always a 2-step process, so once you click Add, another set of windows should pop up underneath. You always need to submit your changes. Another way to register for classes is using the Enter CRNs tab. This is where you type the 5-digit codes for each of your classes for each term. Lastly, you can register by adding your plans. Once you have classes added into your summary, you need to make sure you submit to save your changes. It will show registered in green beside the class if you've successfully registered. It will also say Save Successful in green at the top right of the page. If you have added the wrong class, choose Drop from the Action menu and then click Submit to save your changes. Remember to add all labs, seminars, and tutorial sections of classes as well. Next, I want to show you the new academic profile for students. In the Paws search bar, type in Academic Profile, then select Academic Profile. I recommend adding it to your favorites. Click on Student Academic Profile and it will open up in a new page. The Student Academic Profile includes your information and access to pages such as DegreeWorks, registration, etc. All of these can be accessed either through Paws or through the Academic Profile. Click on DegreeWorks and it should open in a new window. At the top of DegreeWorks, you'll see your personal and academic information, and then a progress bar. DegreeWorks is a great tool, but it is not always completely accurate. So if you see anything that doesn't seem right, please reach out to an advisor. As you scroll down, you will see the different requirements listed for your degree. If you have not chosen your teaching areas yet, or you want to request a change to your teaching areas, I recommend doing so soon by emailing us at advising.education@usask.ca. Please keep in mind that DegreeWorks updates overnight, so when you register for classes, they may not appear until the next day. Tuition and fees will also take 1 to 2 days to be processed after you register. Tuition does not include the cost of textbooks or school supplies. Tuition and fees are due for the fall term at the end of September and due at the end of January for the winter term. You can check what you owe for tuition and fees by term either through Paws or the student academic profile. If you have any questions, you can contact us by phone at 306-966-7654 or via email at advising.education@usask.ca. If you'd like to meet with an advisor one-on-one, you can book advising appointments online or get information about drop-in advising for new students on our education website, education.usask.ca. Go to the Students tab and then Academic Advising. I also encourage you to get involved with the Education Student Society. They can be contacted either through Facebook or Instagram. And I just want to say, welcome to the College of Education. We look forward to working with you.